Hello and welcome to Learn with Hema's class. My dear students, first of all I would like to thank you for giving me such a huge response. Without wasting time, I directly come to the content. Today I'll be doing class 7th revision first unit test. As we all know, online classes have begun and now the teachers and schools are planning for their online tests. So students are worried about what are going to be asked, but let me tell you, this session or this online session which is going on during this pandemic may be only objective questions be asked. So I have come up with objectives only, that is do as directed, complete, it's based on your textbook only. Now the first is do as directed. Razia smiled when she saw the painting on the wall. This is the sentence. Here you have to identify the noun. We all know what are nouns. Nouns are naming things. So here we have Razia. It's a noun. It's a name of a person. Then painting. Painting is a thing. Wall. Again wall is an object, thing. So these three are nouns. I believe in magic. Identify the verb. In this sentence we have to identify the verb. I believe in magic. So believe is the verb. All the action words can be termed as verbs. So this part is basically again on parts of speech, and then later on we have many more things in this revision. It was a bright and sunny day. Identify the adjective. Now in this sentence we have to identify the adjective. So it was a bright and sunny day. Day is the noun and bright and sunny are the words that describes the noun. So bright and sunny are your adjectives. The dog ran after the bell. Identify the preposition. Here you want to identify the preposition. So the preposition is after. It tells about the position of the noun. So after, the dog ran after the bell. It tells us where after the bell. So it tells us the position, position of the noun. Then next, oh, that was a touching story. Identify the interjection. So the interjection, we all know interjection is exclamatory mark or exclamation. So oh, so only the word you have to write, oh. I absolutely refuse to stay here any longer. Identify the adverb. So adverbs are normally ly words ending in ly, but there are other words also which tells us about when, where, why. They are also adverbs. So here adverbs are, I absolutely refuse to stay here any longer. How do I refuse? Absolutely. To stay where? To stay here. So we ask questions to verb. So we are getting absolutely and here. These two are your adverbs. Next question. Ricky wants a bike for his birthday. You'll have to identify the verb. Now the verb is wants. Please don't tell me that you are not coming. Please don't tell me that you are not coming. Identify the pronoun. So the pronoun we have over here is me and you, right? Words used in place of nouns are called as pronouns. He was smart, efficient and worked for only half the wages. He was smart, efficient and worked for only half the wages. Identify the conjunction. The conjunction are joining words, the words that join two sentences, two words or a word and a sentence. So here and is the conjunction which is joining two sides, smart, efficient and worked for only half the wages. So two sentences, he was smart and efficient and he worked for only half the wages. These two sentences are joined by the conjunction and. I like dogs but not cats. Identify the conjunction. Again here also you have to identify the conjunction. So I like dogs but not cats. You can see but. But is the conjunction over here. Now note some adverbs. Slowly, quietly, very, always, never, to, well, tomorrow, here, etc. These are some of the adverbs. Okay, As I said, adverbs you can normally question to the verb to get the answer. Some prepositions also I have given: at, on, in, from, with, near, between, about, under, etc. These are some of the prepositions. Some conjunctions: and, or, but, since, unless, if, so, yet, because, though, although, etc. These are some of the conjunctions which are used. Now some interjections: oh, wow, ouch, hurrah, ah, alas, hey, great, yippee, etc. These are some of the interjections. So these I have just given examples. And so the initial first question was completely based on figures of parts of speech, where you had to identify the part of speech, a particular part of speech, whereby you were asked identify the verb, the noun, the pronoun, the preposition, the conjunction, the interjection, and such type of questions were there. Now second type of question is: pick out the nouns from the following sentences and classify them into proper noun, common noun, or collective noun. Now the sentences are given to you and you have to pick out the nouns from the sentences and you have to classify them as whether they are proper noun, common noun, or collective noun. So he lives in the United States of America. This is the first sentence. He lives in the United States of America. So here United States of America is the only noun in the sentence and it is a proper noun because it's a name of a place. The dogs ran after him. Here the dogs is only the noun and it is a common noun. Animals are often said to be of common nouns. We saw a fleet of ships at the harbor. We saw a fleet of ships at the harbor. Now here we have one collective noun, fleet of ships, and one common noun, harbor. Okay, so fleet of ships, this is a collective noun, and harbor is the place where ships are boarded. Therefore harbor is a common noun. Ekta lived in a big bungalow. So here we have Ekta and bungalow, two nouns are there, whereas Ekta is a proper noun and bungalow is a common noun. The girl left the door open. So here the girl is common noun, door is again common noun. Now next type of question: pick out the nouns from the following sentences and classify them into concrete noun or abstract nouns. Now we have to pick out the nouns from the sentences and we also have to mention whether they are concrete noun or abstract noun. Now abstract noun are those nouns which cannot be touched, which cannot be seen, but they can be felt. Okay, and whereas the concrete noun are the things that we can easily see, touch, feel, whatever. So concrete noun is something which we can see, abstract noun is something we cannot see. So we achieved freedom after struggling for a long time. So we achieved freedom. Freedom is a noun, it's an abstract noun. आज़ादी हम महसूस कर सकते हैं but we cannot see it. Okay, and next is time. Time is also abstract noun. Time, okay, समय हमें नहीं दिखता है, बोलते हैं ना समय बड़ा बलवान है. कहाँ दिख रहा है हमें समय? हमें पता है कि समय बीता जा रहा है लेकिन हम उसको देख नहीं पा रहे हैं, right? It's time, it's abstract. We only know that it is there but we cannot see it or touch it. We cannot feel it. So that is abstract noun. It is a story about a young scientist. Now here story is abstract noun because story, मैं कहानी बोल रही हूँ तो कहानी को आप सुन सकते हो, टच थोड़ी कर सकते हो, देख थोड़ी सकते हो. And scientist is a common noun. Now classify the following nouns into countables or uncountable nouns. Now I have given a group of words whereby you have to classify whether this is a countable noun or an uncountable noun. So I have some words: world is uncountable, love again uncountable, boys countable noun, plants countable, butter uncountable. Butter हम कैसे count करेंगे? Bag countable, erasers countable noun. Disappointment, uncountable. Responsibility, uncountable. So we have only 4 countable nouns in this, that is boys, plants, bag and erasers. These things we can count as 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest others we cannot count them as 1, 2, 3, 4. Now next our revision is fill in the blanks with appropriate verb. Now you have to fill in the blanks with appropriate verb. See, these are the kind of questions that can be asked. These are the different types of questions that can be asked. So different schools, different teachers, different way of teaching, different portions, syllabus. So it all depends upon your teacher, but these are some of the common things which I have given over here. I have tried to help you in this sense. Dash, you done your work. Now here, what is the subject? Subject is you. So with you, we always take plural verbs. So has goes with singular. So the answer will be have. Have you done your work? Now, she dash dancing in the rain. Whether is or are. Now again it depends on our subject. Subject is singular she. So we will use the singular subject, that is. She is dancing in the rain. Next, he dash has been or have been studying since yesterday. Now whether has or have, what will come, it all depends on the subject. The subject is he over here and he is singular. So has been will come. For singular subjects you normally use has, and for plural subjects you use have. Her sister dash don't or doesn't know about it. Now don't comes when plural subject is there and doesn't comes when singular subject is there. So his sister is only one, it's a singular subject, so doesn't will come. So don't comes when subject is plural and doesn't comes when subject is singular. She dash were not able to read the letter. Now subject is she, so it's not going to be were. Were is for plural subject, so was. She was not able to read the letter. Their dash some good people too. So there is won't come. Some is there na, some. So some is not for one single thing. Some means something is there. So plural verb we use are. There are some good people too. That means we are talking about some people, not one people, some people. So are is the verb, correct verb. Dash have had the thief fled from the city. So here is a question mark and there is one verb which is fled, which is past tense. So we can make out the answer that will come is had, not have. Have is used for present perfect. Because we had used over here past perfect tense, fled, therefore had will come. Now pick out the verbs in each of the sentences and classify them as into transitive or intransitive. We have to classify them into transitive or intransitive. So I have already done a video on that. She told him about the incident. Told is the verb over here, right? So transitive, when the transitive will come, when you get the answer, when you ask the verb as to whom or what, and when you get the answer to these two questions, your verb is transitive. Such as she told him, she told whom, him you are getting the answer for whom, right? So him is told is transitive because you are getting an object for whom. Same way, when you are asking what to the verb and you get an answer as the object, you get an answer, then you get, this is transitive verb. But other than what or whom, for any other thing you get answer where, why, so they are not transitive verbs. He cried loudly, second word is. So if you ask a question, he cried. Now if you want to get loudly as an answer, you will ask how he cried. So you are getting the answer for how and not for whom or what. Therefore this is transitive verb. Intransitive. Cried is intransitive. The gardener picked up the shovel. The gardener picked up what? The shovel. So picked up is a transitive verb. She behaved very well. She behaved how? It is giving us the answer to question how. So how doesn't comes under transitive. If it's answering how, the behaved verb is intransitive. The bird fell from the tree. So we have to ask the bird fell from where? So it is telling the place. Again it is intransitive. Fell is intransitive because we are not getting an answer to what or whom. So for transitive verb, you get an answer to what or whom asked to the verb. She jumped on the bed. She jumped where? We are getting an answer to where, on the bed. So where is not a transitive, it gives intransitive. So jumped is an intransitive verb. My father makes delicious cupcakes. My father makes what? We are getting an answer to what? Delicious cupcakes. So makes is a transitive verb. I hope that was easy. Now do as directed tenses. She loved her father. Change to present tense. She loves her father. Loved का हो गया present tense loves. He will sing in the talent show. Change to past tense. See, I have underlined the verbs. So will sing is in future tense and we have to change it to past tense. So the past tense of sing is sang. He sang in the talent show. It is a small world after all. Change into past. You have to make it past. Is verb is used. So to make it past, we will use was. It was. Because subject is also singular, so we use was. Otherwise, we would have used were. They will visit us at home. Change to past tense. Will visit. So main verb is visit. This is future tense which is given in the question. So if we want to change it to past tense, we will write visited. They visited us at home. He does not come to work on time. Change to past tense. Now here he does not come to work. Does not come. Does is used for present tense. We have to change it to past tense. So past will come did. He did not come to work on time. Past tense is did. The truth shall make us free. Change to past tense. The truth shall make us free. So the truth made us free. Make, the past tense of make is made. Now this is the revision of two poems, past, present, future and in time of silver rain. This is the revision I have taken from the poem. Only grammatical part I have taken, not the prose, like not question answers of prose. So only the grammar part I have taken. And at the end of the question I have mentioned whether it is 1.1 or 1.3. So 1.1 is your past, present, future, this poem, and 1.3 is your in time of silver rain. So first question is from 1.1. Find from the poem the adjectives used for the following. Evening. Now the adjectives used for, if you see the poem, if you read the poem, what adjectives you find for the word evening? The words are soft and mild. These are the two adjectives used for the noun evening. For sea, there are three adjectives used over here: mighty, glorious, dazzling. Okay. Now pick out three metaphors from the poem. Pick out three metaphors from the poem. This poem is there. There are three metaphors. I have given only two metaphors over here. Third one you can do it on your own. So the first metaphor is, what the past is like to thee, an autumn evening soft and mild. So these two lines are metaphors. Why they are metaphors? Because when the child is asked that what the past is to him, what he says, the past is an autumn evening soft and mild. He is not using the word like or as. So this is a metaphor because the past is implicitly or indirectly said to be an autumn evening. Okay, it is said to be an autumn evening. The past is said to be an autumn evening. It is not like an autumn evening. It is said an autumn evening. Therefore, this is metaphor. The second question, I have taken this purposely because in my other videos, I have received that this question, how can a sea beneath a cloudless sun be metaphor? It is not only a sea beneath a cloudless sun, the two sentences taken together, and what is the future happy one, a sea beneath a cloudless sun. So when the happy one says, it says about the future. So the future is indirectly or implicitly said to be a sea. So, and what is the future happy one? A sea beneath a cloudless sun. This is the sentence which contains a metaphor, and explanation to this is a metaphor because here the future is implicitly or indirectly said to be a sea. Now next, pick out one archaic word and state its meaning. It's from 1.1, same poem, past, present, future. You have to pick out one archaic word. So one archaic word is the, used in the poem, which means you. What is the adjective used for the rain in the extract? 1.3, now in times of silver rain. What adjective is used for rain? The word silver is used for rain. Find the pairs of rhyming words. From the poem we can find the pairs of rhyming words. Rain, again, plain. These three are rhyming words. Heads, spreads. Wing, sing, spring. Cry, sky. To, new. These are the rhyming words. Next, pick out an example of alliteration from the extract. From the poem, you have to pick out an example of alliteration. This is again a figure of speech. Green grasses grow. So green grasses grow. This is repetition. This is alliteration. The reason is here the sound of the letter L is repeated for pleasing effect. So with this I end my revision work. I hope you find this useful. Till then, take care, stay safe. Thank you.